Mr. President, don't be stupid. Hi, holla at your boy, this is Mr. C here. Today this video isn't actually for you, any of my fans or my subscribers, so if you're new, make sure to like and subscribe and come back later for new content. But this video is actually meant for our great and glorious leader who apparently listens to this guy who, let's face it, who has got like about over 1 million subscribers on this platform. So I figure if he's going to listen to this guy, then maybe he'd listen to this guy. We're going deep today. Seriously, when I go on this little adventure, Chasey? Mr. President, don't be stupid. You are sending out tweets, which, by the way, I am perfectly fine and okay with. The idea of being able to speak your mind and not have your words twisted, I am perfectly okay with. But you are our commander-in-chief sending out tweets saying only one thing will work and you'll see, upon many other things. Every now and then I find myself being very politically inspired to want to say something, and then sometimes I'm not, and right now is one of the times that relates to the former. I don't want to say like I'm nervously scared, but I'm kind of I'm passionate enough about it to want to make a video. I'll just say that. I feel like I want to say something about this because it's something that everyone's saying. But when you send out tweets like that, it leaves us curious. And it leaves your country that is at your command wondering, curious about what your intentions, what you mean. And it is not funny to be ambiguous and to leave us constantly in a curious mindset, not knowing what you are thinking. You are our president. We are supposed to know what you are thinking, or rather, we are supposed to know what you want us to know. It is not keep everything secret and keep us in the dark. We don't have to know. You'll handle it. We want to know certain things. In fact, one of the reasons why you were elected is because we didn't trust Hillary Clinton. And the reason why you were elected to be president is because we felt that you, I don't want to say we, but the reason why you were elected is because the people who voted for you figured that you would be more honest than, but it's just because you're sending out a tweet and not having to go through the media or whatnot to get your opinion heard doesn't mean you're being honest. You're not being honest right now. God, it is not funny to leave your country guessing when you are our leader. It is not funny with our emotions. It is not funny. It is not a game, Mr. President. It is not a game for you to play around with the media. I know that's exactly what you're doing when you're playing around with, what was his name? Like, you were humoring him that you might give him a job, that you won't give him no job. And that was a big game. Ha ha ha. It was so funny, Mr. President. It was so funny. Ha ha ha. It was so funny the way you mess with the media and you're making CNN anchors cry. I actually do think that's funny. If they were mean to you, they were like that. Although, now I think about it, were they really mean to him and they were giving him so much airtime? It's not funny, Mr. President. And the media is not something for you to play with. They're not your toys. If you don't want to say anything to the media, fine, don't say anything, but just don't say anything. Because right now, at least I know from my perspective, when I really start to think about it, I feel scared. I should not feel scared. Especially if we voted for you to be our president, so we would not be scared because we were so afraid of her emails. We voted for you so we wouldn't be scared. Right now, I am scared. And I'm not like shaking in my pants scared. I am not physically shaking scared, but when I really start to think about it and the possibility and what you're really saying, it makes me afraid because I don't know. It's not that I'm afraid that I don't know. There are certain things we are entitled to know. Certain things like, well, if the possibility of us going to war, if we're going to war with another country, we deserve to know. And like I'm saying in this video, wait, hold on to the end. This whole issue, every time the media starts talking about it, it proves that we are all scared. We don't know. We do not want war with anyone. Mr. President, if you can do anything, send me some proper glasses that will work. That's what you can do for me.
Mr. President, we do not want war with anyone.
Okay, so now I'm going to be fair, because some of what we hear coming from North Korea isn't necessarily normal. With all the missile attacks that they're launching and the way they're behaving, some of the things that we hear coming from North Korea, with a Also, being that there's so little information we can get from North Korea, that's something else that's important to mention. But the information that we can get and some of the information we can verify as true that we're getting from North Korea, and with the missile attacks and everything, it is not. It's the behavior coming from North Korea isn't necessarily helping matters much. I do understand that much. The way we deal with that, the way we come about, the way we go about dealing with North Korea is very important. Basically, we do not want war with any country. Because if it's one thing you take away from this video, it's if we do not end war, the war will end us. There will be no us. There may not be a country to come back to. If it's one thing that I take very seriously, and it's one thing that I'm inspired by, and one thing that I love, it is freedom, and it is this country, and it's every country in the world that respects freedom and respects our freedom. And I do not like or enjoy the thought of that being taken away. Now, I do not think North Korea has the military capabilities to face it off against us. But there's also a fear, even if we were justified in attacking back, if they were to attack us, we were justified in attacking back. If there was a war, it doesn't matter who would be on our side during that war. What would be the repercussions of a war with North Korea? I have no doubt that America would annihilate North Korea. Can I say that? I just did. I'm not monetized. I think I can say that. I wouldn't want North Korea to be annihilated. I don't want anything bad to happen to the families and to the children in North Korea. Am I getting that right, or is it South Korea? Because I always get those confused. I don't want anything to happen to the innocent people, the family and the children that are in North Korea. I think it's North Korea. That's something else that also entered my mind as well. Mr. President, don't bring back the draft. It will not help you. In fact, it may just make things worse. Have you seen this generation? It will not do you any favors. I swear to God, I love this country, and if I was drafted, I wouldn't run away and I wouldn't give up, but I know that I would definitely not be the best soldier there is. Let me just say that. And have you seen this generation? Are you kidding me? If it's one thing to make North Korea laugh, you bring back the draft and draft a bunch of millennials. That'll make North Korea laugh, and then all of a sudden you guys can have a laugh together. Oh, I'm not helping anything. I was just thinking about it. I had some very serious points. I'm ending it on a joke. I don't want to get into all those serious points I was thinking about just a few minutes ago. And honestly, we don't expect any leader to be afraid of our president. I mean, we've got a pop singer in this country who threatened to blow up the White House, and we still love her for it. I still love her for it, because it's that freedom of speech. Oh, by the way, I did not say anything about blowing up the White House. It was the pop singer. She said it, and I'm quoting her on that. I'll put a link in the description to a source. I did not say that. I don't want anyone to take that out of context. That's why we have Twitter, right, Mr. President? But us as people of this country, we are certainly not afraid of this man and his newfound power. But it's obvious that this man, who has never been told no in his life, feels threatened and feels the need to act out. Now, which man am I talking about?